Hello, Dino here again, and welcome to another series of the Limitless Hair Expert. And for those of you who are just joining us again, the Limitless Hair Expert is about hair expertise from myself, and also limitless meaning self-improvement. And I've studied both extensively, as I've stated in other videos. So the subject today is, why does your hair and added hair too tangle, and solutions to counteract it? So I want everyone to realize that your own hair, I'm going to talk about why your own hair tangles, and then I'm going to talk about why added hair tangles. When I say added hair, it means a weave, an extension, a hair system, any method of adding hair. When that hair tangles, why? Because the why is going to tell us how to counteract that. Okay, so let's talk about your own hair first of all. Your own hair tangles because the cuticle layer stands up. Let me explain the cuticle layer. The cuticle layer, the outer layer of every one of your hairs, has what's called a cuticle layer. It looks like scales on a fish. All right, think about this. Why does a fish have scales? We all know the scales are to protect the fish. It's an outer layer like an armor. And we all know that when the scales are down, it's slippery. But if you go in opposite direction, they're sort of prickly. If the scales were ever to stand up, it would sort of be sharp to pet the fish. All right? Your hairs are the same exact way. They have that outer layer, the scales like on a fish. Now, when those scales are sticking up, the hair tangles. When the scales are laying down, the hair is smooth and silky. So now, why does the cuticle stand up and why does it lay down? Some people have a natural laying down cuticle. All right, it's just naturally silky hair. And other people sort of have a naturally standing up kind of cuticle. All right, so either way, you want to try to counteract that and close that cuticle. The way to do that is to use a low pH shampoo, and even more important, a low pH conditioner. You see, the lower the pH of a shampoo or a conditioner, the more it closes the cuticle. The higher pH, the more it stands up the cuticle. So try to look at the ingredients on shampoos and conditioners and try to see if they show the pH. If they don't, usually the pH is not that good. But if they do, they sort of want to brag about it that the pH is low. So low pH is anything under a 7. 7 is sort of the neutral. Anything under that, if you get to a 6, a 5, a 4, a 3, a 2, or 2.5, the lower the pH, the more it closes that cuticle. That's number one. And you should use conditioners with a low pH. All right, it's very good for your hair. And you could even put a leave-on conditioner, like a serum, that has a low pH, that closes the cuticle, keeps your hair nice and smooth and silky. Now, secondly, cold water shuts the cuticles, lays down the cuticles. So whenever you're rinsing your conditioner off, try to rinse it with the coolest water you can possibly take. All right? The cooler the water, the more it closes the cuticle. The hotter the water, the more it stands up the cuticle, but it cleanses the hair more. So if you really want to clean your hair, you can use hot water after shampooing, but after that, put a conditioner on, low pH, and then rinse the hair with the coolest water you can rinse with. Now let's get to commercial hair, meaning hair you add onto your head. Now that's a little different story. What they do, most hair that's collected, they never know what part is the root and the end. It's all mixed up. They're collecting donated hair, cut off hair, and the root and the end gets mixed up. When that root and end gets mixed up, the hair is now going in two opposite directions. One hair has cuticle going this way, another hair has cuticle going that way. That causes the hair to knot. So what they do, they remove or try to remove as much of the cuticle as possible. Because think about it, if you were to melt the cuticle or the scales off a fish and you rub the fish together, the hair would not tangle anymore. So that's what they try to do, is remove that. There's stuff called Remy hair, which means the cuticle is still on, But be careful, and that's another subject. Even with Remy hair, sometimes all the cuticle is not going in the same direction. So with commercial hair, you want to do the same thing. Use a low pH shampoo. More importantly, a low pH conditioner. Try to rinse with cool water. Try to put a leave-on conditioner that has a low pH. All right. Try to put something on that makes the hair slippery as much as possible to keep that cuticle down. Whether there's cuticle on it or whether there's a little cuticle on it, you want to keep that cuticle down to keep the hair very, very smooth. Okay. So now that's it. And now the quote for today is by me, and that is by Dino, that's me, and that is, be careful what you think and say because you're listening. Now, what do I mean by that? All right, your mind, you have two parts of your mind basically. You have your conscious and your subconscious. Your subconscious believes everything you think, whether it's true or not, everything you say. It believes it and it directs you. So what your conscious mind is saying and thinking goes into your subconscious mind. And what it does, it tells it something. So if it tells you that you're good in basketball, you're good in reading, all right, then your subconscious mind believes it, whether it's true or not, and makes you do things that cause that to be true. All right? If you think you're a good reader and you're a good studier and you say and think that message goes from the conscious mind to the subconscious mind, and your subconscious mind will cause you to do things to make that true. So just give that some thought. Now, stay tuned for our next video. Our next video is, why does the elasticity of your hair important? Or why is the elasticity of your hair important? And I'll see you soon. Thank you.